It's a damp and murky day down in Cornwall today. It's been raining for a few days now, so it's the perfect opportunity really to be taking some cuttings. So today I'm going to be taking some cuttings of roses. So we're in sort of relatively early June, so I'm going to be taking some soft or semi-soft wood cuttings of a couple of my favourite roses. So this one here is called Perfect Harmony. It's got quite a small bloom on there, but this is one of my favourite roses. I've had it for a very long time, and I could do with having a couple more in the garden. So I'm going to take some cuttings of this rose and another rose that I will show you. Now, because it's been raining quite a lot, we've got some yellowing of the leaves and some black spots, so I'm going to have to be quite choosy about which stems I take cuttings from. And also bearing in mind that this is a grafted rose, so the cuttings will probably take and the blooms will be the same, but they may not be quite as hardy as this plant, because obviously the rootstock down there is from a different rose. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but because I live in quite a mild climate, I'm hoping that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I'm going to be taking some cuttings of this rose, which is a Perfect Harmony. Down here, which is another Perfect Harmony, you can see that the bloom's starting to fade there. And then this rose here, again we've got a spent bloom there. I don't know what this rose is named, but it's got a lovely sort of pinky peach bloom to it, so I would like another couple of these. So first thing I'm going to do is go and mix up my rooting medium. So those of you that are familiar with my videos will know that I like to use a 50-50 mix of seed and cutting compost mixed with perlite. So all I'm going to do is just roughly measure it out 50-50, so a handful of compost and then a handful of perlite. Then I'm just going to decant the rooting medium into some suitable pots. I should probably wash them out, but I've never really had a problem with contamination, so I'm not going to bother with that. Give them a little tap down. Probably need to mix up some more, to be honest. I've only really got enough of 1.5 tubs, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more to the bucket. I've probably got enough for another small pot, so I might take some fuchsia cuttings actually whilst I'm at it. Perfect. So the next thing I like to do is to pre-moisten the rooting medium before I stick my cuttings. And you want to make sure that you thoroughly soak the medium so that water's flowing out the bottom, because I'm not really going to be adding any more water to it unless I absolutely have to. So this will be moist enough, probably in my little propagator, for a good 2 to 3 weeks before I need to think about watering them. So yeah, as I said, I just like to make sure that they are thoroughly soaked. Now I'm going to see about taking these cuttings. Might go and get some gloves. Okay, so I'm going to start off by selecting a stem or two from this rose. Now you can see where I dead-headed that one, so this is a likely candidate really. So I think I'm going to take the cutting just about there, just below that leaf node there. So that's one. And then, to be honest with you, I think probably that's the only one I'm going to take from this particular plant. So I'll move over to the other Perfect Harmony rose. So as I said, this one here has just finished blooming, so I'm going to take that bloom out. And I think this would make quite a good semi-softwood cutting. So again, I'm just going to find a leaf node, so about there. Take that one off. And I've got to be honest, I think the rest of them on this particular plant are probably a little bit too soft, so that's enough for the Perfect Harmony roses. And then there's this random rose that I was going to take a cutting off. If I take the top out of that one and then trim back, well, actually that's probably not going to be suitable yet. I think in reality, looking at the state of these roses at the moment, they're a bit soft still, so I'm just going to concentrate on those two cuttings that I've already taken. So first things first, I'm going to just daub out a little bit of my Clonex rooting gel. It's good stuff, this. It's the only rooting gel that contains actual rooting hormone available in the UK as far as I'm aware, and I've had quite good success with it, so I highly recommend it. Don't have to use it, but it will improve your chances of your cutting striking roots if you do use it, so if you can get hold of it you may as well. So what I'm going to do is prepare these cuttings. So I've cut below this leaf node here. So what I'm going to do first of all is just take that off, take the next set of leaves off, and I think I'm going to take that leaf off there. So you don't want to leave too many leaves on, because the plant will lose moisture otherwise. So what I think I'm going to do actually is probably take this little top out, take that back out there, and I reckon if I clip this leaf off here, that would be just about right. So one thing that can sometimes help is to just take a couple of thorns off. That just sort of wounds the stem slightly, and from those little wounds then roots can sometimes form, so that'll improve your chances. So let me just apply some of this rooting gel. It's nice sticky stuff, this, so it's not difficult to apply. Nice liberal helping. That'll probably do the trick. Let's get my little pot there, and then just going to pop that in the edge of the pot, just like that. Just firm around it. And I will move on to the next one. I'll just move the pot out of the way. So you'll see with this one, where I've trimmed it off, that's kind of old wood, I think. So I think I'm just going to cut just below this node here. It's going to be a slightly shorter cutting, but I think the wood is younger and more likely to root. So again, I'm just going to peel back those, peel back that one, and again I think I'm just going to cut the top out just there, get rid of that, and probably take that leaf out there, and maybe the end leaf here as well. That leaves me with that. And actually there is a leaf node there. I think I might cut just below that one. And as I did before, I'm just going to take some of these thorns off. As I said, that just normally opens up a bit more area for the cuttings to root. So that should be okay. So let's get that in the rooting gel. Oh, the sun's coming out. That's nice. Apparently next week's supposed to be quite warm, which is nice, because my friend from Grow Tropical MK is coming down for a visit, and we'll be going to Burncoos Nurseries, which is just down the road from me. So no doubt there will be a video on both my channel and his channel about that visit. I'm very excited about that, so stay tuned. And again, I'm just going to pop this cutting in the edge of the pot just there. Right, just firm around that. Perfect. So all I need to do now is pop the cuttings in my propagation tote. So I'll take you over there now and show you what I mean. And there they are in situ in my tote. So basically all I use is a tall clear plastic box. Already got some cuttings in there, so I've taken some Hebe cuttings. These ones don't seem to be doing so well, but these ones, there's a lot of resistance on them, so I'm pretty sure all of those ones have rooted. There's some Hebe marshmallows, again, I think they've probably rooted. And then we've got some Clematis, Montana Broughton Star, which again, I've got a feeling that at least some of these have rooted, so looking pretty good. And there's my rose cuttings I took a moment ago. Just going to pop the lid on. So basically this acts like a little humidity dome. And the key is to put it somewhere out of direct sunlight, because otherwise it heats up and then boils your cuttings. So that's what I'm going to do now. So there's my propagation tote in situ. Decided to put it underneath this wood store. Probably not getting enough overhead light, but it's out of direct sunlight, which is the main thing. But yeah, hopefully that will work out quite well. Hope you found that useful. and I will see you in the next few days for yet another video. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.